right. Welcome, everybody. It is your girl, Darlaina Rose, planting seeds with Darlaina Rose. 100 women, 100 days, 100 interviews. I am so excited to be here with you this evening. It is going to be an amazing evening, as always. We have had some of the most amazing women here joining us, and tonight will be no different. I cannot wait to talk to my guest tonight, the amazing Dr. Gina Page. I am just so excited that she said yes, that I don't even know what to do with myself. I am beside myself. With the idea of her being here. So let me get us on to IG, where I believe that is where she is going to meet us at. All right, let's go live, 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 live. You are now live. So welcome, everybody. It is your girl, Darlaina Rose. Planting seeds with Darlaina Rose. 100 women, 100 days, 100 interviews. I am so excited to be here this evening with another amazing lady that's going to be on here with us again. So I am really excited. Hey, Bridget. I just got back to the ATL sign in Atlanta. My house doesn't have too much of an echo anymore because it has some furniture. Now we just need some pictures on the wall, and we'll be doing some big things. So yeah, I'm so excited. So 100 women, 100 days, 100 interviews tonight. Yes, is somebody that I got to meet on at least 2 occasions because of my mentor, Sandy Williams. And Sandy just spoke so highly of her and the work that she does. And so, hey, Ishmael, good morning. No, it's evening. Good evening. Listen, I've been traveling today, so I'm just kind of discombobulated a little bit, but excited to be here nonetheless. I am really excited tonight for our guest. Let me just make sure I don't have any messages. Make sure she knows where to meet us at. I am so excited for her. Listen. Let me see. Where is it? So how was everybody's day? How's everything with you all? I hope that you all have had a great weekend. I truly did have a great weekend. I did my favorite thing in the world to do, and that's nothing. Nothing. Just to sit in the house and do nothing. That's all I wanted to do was nothing. And my family obliged me and allowed me to do nothing. And so nothing is what I did. And so I really had a great time yesterday doing nothing at all. Hey, beautiful ashes. I see you. So I am just waiting on our guest. I'm not sure where she's going to pop on at, whether she's going to come onto Facebook or whether she's going to come onto IG. So I'm just checking to make sure her team hasn't sent me a message. I don't see anything. So I think we are good business. Let's see here. But yeah, so how was everybody else's weekend? Was it good? Was it good-a-rar and good-a-rar? It was definitely good for me. Like I said, I got a chance to do absolutely nothing. And that doesn't happen often. I kind of just vegged out and I ate pizza. I ate pizza and did nothing. Like my favorite thing to do. So I was very excited to do nothing. Hey, Sister Faith, how are you? How are you? I have to give you Jessica Castillo's information because when I put all the names in the hat from your event, from your night, she was the winner, and rightfully so. She's on all the time too, just like Bridget, always on. Hey, I'm Jess Boogie. I love each and every one of you. Thank you so much for all of your support. It really means a lot for you to come and spend some time with me. Because you know the saying, you could be anywhere in the world, but you have chosen to be here with me. So let me see what's happening here. I don't know where our guest is. Hold on. Let's see. I don't see anything from her team. And so we definitely are confirmed. So I don't know. I'll wait. We'll wait. We'll see what's happening. But, one of the things that was so impressive about what I learned about African ancestry, I learned that African ancestry was the first. Before Ancestry.com and before 23andMe and any other DNA company, they were first. They were founded in 2003. 2003. Dr. Gina Page co-founded it with a scientist. So she truly is a pioneer when it comes to this African ancestry. And I've heard her speak numerous times in person and on all of her social stuff. And I was so impressed by her. She was the person who said that African Americans, the African diaspora, people born in the United States, we are the first. We are the first. Thank you. I was being African. I pulled out my good stuff, she said we are the first victims of identity theft because everything was taken from us, from our names to our rituals, all of the things that, we would have done on the continent was taken away, and so we got new names, we got new ways to celebrate holidays and celebrate each other, and all these things was taken away from us. And one of the things about African ancestry that's so good is that they have over 30,000 DNA samples. And those 30,000 DNA samples compared to Ancestry.com and 23andMe, those other companies may have 3,500 between all of them. So when you take the leap and get your lineage done from African ancestry, not only can they tell you where you're from on the continent, but they can also tell you your tribe. And you can literally go to where your tribe is, get your name, and anything else that you would want to know about that tribe, what they do, what rituals do they do, how do they live every day. You can get that. Dr. Gina Page, her country of origin is Nigeria, and she is from the tribes Hosa and Fulani. These are tribes I never even heard of before. Never even heard of them before. Who knew that they existed? And so we want to know that information because I believe, and this is what Dr. Gina Page says. She said, I believe that if our children knew that they were descendants of kings and queens, they would behave appropriately. They would walk with their crowns. They would be what they should be. And I'm in agreement. I think that, I know I've done some things with my youngest granddaughter, and, she talks about carrying herself like a princess. and how princesses carry themselves. They do well in school and, all of the things that they're supposed to do. And I think the more we talk about it, the more she gets excited about it. And I think that right now, when I first met Dr. Gina, probably maybe 2 years ago, to get your African ancestry done was $600. And I was like, ooh, that's a little steep. Even though when one person in the family does it, they do it for the entire family. So the whole family could literally put in together and do it together. And so it would be amazing. So it is something that you can do as a collective because it only takes one person. And so, but now since the pandemic, it's been marked down. It's only $299. So I did mine back in April. It takes about 8 to 10 weeks. So I'm waiting for mine to come back. I was hoping that it would be back tonight, but it's not back yet. And so I'm not sure. So let me just check one more time and see if I see anything with my guest. I didn't hear anything. Let's see. I don't see any notes anywhere. I don't have any messages. Nope, I don't see anything. But, I could talk about African ancestry all day long because they truly, hey, they truly are the best who've ever done it. And so, and if that's something that you are interested in, I think all families should take this leap and get this information because, again, you do it, for me, I did it. And so it's done for my children. It's done for my siblings. It's done for my parents. It's done for all of the generations. And so they will know where their descendants from. And so it's so important for us to have that knowledge, to have that information so that we can then share it with the generations that come behind us and the ones who are on the side of us. And if you are so fortunate to have your parents to be able to give that information to them. And, 2019 was the year of return, and they invited so many people to come to the continent from the diaspora. And that just means all of the people born in the United States. And a lot of people went. And so they continue to have these different things. And now that the world is opening back up, I believe Africa is back open. Dr. Gina travels back and forth a lot. And just really does a lot of things in order to allow people to really dig in and get their roots. I mean, that is her life's mission, to make sure that people know, where they're from. And so I'm really, really excited. Let me see if I can send a message and make sure we are good, because I didn't hear anything other from her team. But yeah, I just think that each family should do it for themselves. We really should do it for ourselves. Hey, it's so important to have this knowledge. A lot of times when you don't know where you're from, you kind of can be lost a little bit. And so I'm in agreement with Dr. Gina when she says that if your children knew that they were descendants of kings and queens, they would behave differently. And I absolutely know those conversations that me and my granddaughter has. And if you haven't seen them, the conversations are on Facebook, they're on TikTok. We have a mini viral video. I think that video has been watched over 100,000 times. It's been viewed over 100,000 times because we really took some notes and dressed accordingly. The way that we researched and saw some of the tribal looks, and we just did that, and people really enjoyed seeing that. And so I'm really, really excited to continue to share that knowledge with her. And I think the goal would be to make sure that once we know where we're from, to plan to go to the continent. Like we want to go, to Africa, where we're from, to the village, get the names, and really have those conversations with our families, because it's important to know where we are. I looked at like all of the people that she's worked with, Oprah Winfrey and John Legend and Chadwick Boseman. Chadwick Boseman, when he got his done, he ended up on the Breakfast Club. And she told this story at the event that I was at. And so she said it was kind of quiet, not too much going on. And then all of a sudden they start getting the onslaught of calls and orders and all this. And it was because Chadwick Boseman was on the Breakfast Club and he was talking to Charlemagne, and Charlemagne was saying, "Oh yeah, I'm going to get that done." And he was saying, "Well, if you didn't do it with African ancestry, it's no good." And so he explained, how many samples they have, and how deep it really goes, not just where you're from in Africa. Like I could definitely tell you that you're from Nigeria, but from what tribe in Nigeria? Like Dr. Gina Page, we know this, her country of origin is Nigeria, and she is from the tribe of Hosa and Fulani. I hope I'm saying that right. I've never even heard of them. I've never heard anybody talk about them ever, and so to know that, I'm certain that she has been there, has seen these tribes, have communicated in some kind of way, shape, or form to really get the knowledge of them. And so I'm really, really excited to find out about my family and what where we're from, and what tribe, and to, once we know the tribe names, like she knows that she's from the Hosa and Fulani tribe, to do more research and get more information about these tribes, to really understand what is what it's all about. I don't know where my guest is. I'm feeling like there's something happening that we don't know about. And so we may have to get her back again, looks like, because it wouldn't be, I don't believe it would be like her to be this far off of the schedule. And I don't see anything right now in here to say that she wasn't coming. So something must have happened for her not to be here. So I'm not sure why she's not here. But I promise you that we are going to get her here and have an amazing conversation with her. We just need to figure out what happened. I'm certain that it's something that she has no control of. We're in Eastern Standard Time. No, she's in our time zone. She lives in Washington, D.C. Yeah, she lives in Washington, D.C. So she's on the same time schedule. So I'm not sure what's happening. Hey, Jessica Castillo. I need to make sure that I give your information to Faith, because you were the winner of the Faith Dominionaire t-shirt. So I want to make sure that you get it. So make sure you DM me your information so that I can get it to Faith so she can get it to you for you. I'm not certain what happened to my guest, but we will absolutely reschedule her somewhere along the way, because we must have her here. She truly is an amazing lady. And I was telling everybody that she is a pioneer. She is the co-founder, along with her scientist friend, of African Ancestry. And African Ancestry is the first company of its type. So that's what makes them the pioneer. Ancestry and 23andMe and other DNA companies came up after them. They are, I want to say, close to 20 years old. Let's see, 2000. What's this year? This is what year is this? 2021. So let's see. 2021 minus 2003. 18 years old, almost 20 years old, 18 years old. So they've been at this for 18 years, helping people to find their identities, to really work hard to demystify learning where your roots are from. Because if you are alive right now, that means that someone in your lineage, your ancestors, took that boat ride here and survived the boat ride. They survived slavery. They survived Jim Crow. They survived all the way through to now to allow us to be alive and well, living now in this time. I said the other day, I said, if our ancestors can survive slavery, surely we could survive a pandemic. We'll survive. We'll get through it. We'll be better for it. We'll learn from it, and do better for ourselves. But absolutely, if you were thinking about having your ancestry done, absolutely get it done at African Ancestry. Not only did I get the ancestry done, but I also bought something called, hold on, it's right here, the identity box. And in the identity box come some amazing things. Let's see if I can pull it out of my bag. Did I put it in this bag? Yes. It came with the actual African American history cards. And I remember seeing those cards. It came with a journal. This has a bunch of DNA and all of that memory. But the thing that I really loved was this: who you are. Remember who you are, African Ancestry. And it's a study guide. This is volume 1. And in it, it just talks about who the people that, work there. And it has really robust pictures of African art in it. And it just really talks about, remember who you are. And, the pictures and all of that are in there. There's a poem in here by Nsangu. I'm not gonna mess that name up, but you have to get not only your lineage done, but also getting your identity box. This is something that you can do with kids. It talks about stereotypes. It really goes in heavy about what we see on television, from the Aunt Jemima ads to men incarcerated, to all of that. It talks about the innovations of African Americans and the things that we've done. It talks about historically Black colleges, who they are. They're listed in there too, and when they were founded is listed. She talks about the marches, the protests, all of that is in here. I mean, it really is a great piece of history that you could sit down with your children with and really go through it and get down really into it. This part talks about how Western education continues to ignore the full history and contributions of people of African descent. We've been taught to believe that our story began with slavery, whether we are in the Americas or in the Caribbean, and that's simply just not true. And a lot of the things that we thought were done by other people were actually done by African Americans. I read something where when the light bulb was done by, is it Einstein? I think Einstein. Okay, no worries. The light bulb, his kept burning out. and it was an African American gentleman that helped him to get it so that it didn't burn out. It kept burning out. It was catching on fire. It was doing all these different things. And so, and then like things like the hot comb, we know that was Madam C.J. Walker. And then things like the iron was also, created by African Americans. Now think about that. And slavery, we had to wash the clothes, iron the clothes, make sure they were white. And so if they wanted the clothes with no wrinkles, how do we get the clothes with no wrinkles when there was no such thing as an iron? So they say, necessity is the mother of invention. And so when you need something, or you absolutely will figure out how to get it done. And so so in here they talk about the stories, the history that have been erased. She talks about Dr. Dana Ramey Berry, a professor of American history at the University of Texas at Austin, says it best. Those that populated the colonies were free people from communities in Africa with large-scale civilizations that had tax systems, that had irrigation systems, that had universities. They came from civilized nations that were advanced. That's where the curriculum should begin, and that's the biggest omission from this doctor's perspective. It's an erasure of culture, an erasure of heritage, so that the identities of African Americans, for some, are that of slaves and those fighting for our freedom, and that's it. And so there's really so much more to the story that we just don't know. And unless you are really searching for these answers, you won't even know. And so having something like this is really so good. And it goes so far back to 100,000 years ago, to 4700 BCE, 2000 BC, 11 AD, 1200 AD, and it just goes through our whole history all the way up to the people that we know and recognize. And so this is something that I believe all households, should have. And they have it set up in ways that you can learn by doing the exercises. So here's Africa with all of the spaces, the cities. And so you get to find them and put them in there. And this is, again, something that you can do with your child, because it's so good to be able to, to do that. And so I'm really excited to get her back on. I'm certain that I will hear where or what and all that kind of good stuff. But thank you for hanging out with me, because this is really important, and again, right now, it's only $299 to get your ancestry done, and you can find out where you're from. You can find out, what tribe you're from, get your name. Well, I wonder what my name would be. I have no idea. I have no idea. Some of the names that are in this book are long, and let's see. Artist and playwright in Sangu. N like Nancy, S like Sam, Angou. And the last name is spelled N like Nancy, J like John, IKAM. And this person is a spoken word author and narrator of the Remember Who You Are public service announcement. And so it's just so amazing to see, the names. And so I can't wait to find out where I'm from so that I can find these names. There's another name in here, Mwebe in Shangu. Hey. It's spelled M''B like boy, WEBE. And then the last name is ISHANGI. Mbebe. in Shanghai. And I would love to know how to say them right. And so imagine if you could find out what your African name is. What is your name? Do you want to know? I want to know. And so I absolutely took the leap in April to find out where I'm from so that I can share that information with my children and they will know where they are from. And so my whole generation will know where we are from. My sisters will know, my nieces and nephews will know, because you do it for everybody. It's a very simple cheek swab, put it off in the mail. And the other thing about African Ancestry, which is not true for the other companies, but African Ancestry, once they have done your DNA, they destroy the DNA. Whereas other companies, they sell the DNA. African Ancestry has very much high integrity levels. And I know that just from meeting Dr. Gina. She is an amazing lady, very much approachable. The first time I met her, I was so impressed by her. We did a Facebook Live, like right then and there. I need to go find it. But she definitely is somebody who is very approachable, very much about the people and teaching the people and teaching the children and letting people know where they're from so that you will have that story to tell. I absolutely want to tell that story. So thank you guys for hanging out. We will find out when we will get her back on. I appreciate each and every one of you because, again, you could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to be here with me. So thank you so much. Have an amazing rest of your night. And I will see you tomorrow with another amazing lady for episode 71. Episode 71, 71 Days Street. I am so blown away, so excited. Thank you again for being here. I will see you guys all tomorrow. And if I need to speak to you, make sure that I do. So have an amazing rest of your night. I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye for now.